Hi, this is Gary Goodwin of WildStress.com, and welcome to the Relaxation Toolbox. Relaxation and stress make a lot more sense when we realize this universal principle, this universal law. Stress and relaxation are forever locked together on a continuum. Most people think of stress and relaxation as not being related, that it's possible to tear off one end and only have what's left over. But we live with two poles, stress at one end, relaxation at the other. That means we can only go in two directions. We could move from stress towards relaxation or from relaxation to stress. So we have a continuum and there's a pole at each end. In the middle, it's helpful to think of degrees between those two poles. Our mind needs to go to thinking of the degrees as being very important, as though they're stepping stones that we can move back and forth along this continuum. Sometimes we'll be able to take a great leap or move quickly from one degree to the next degree, moving from stress towards relaxation. Other times, we'll only be able to work maybe 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, and sometimes that comes with a lot of effort, but it can still feel pretty profound. Our task is learning ways to move along the continuum as best as we can under changing conditions. We feel both stress and relaxation in our body, but our body can also produce relaxation and stress. We know that, but we tend to just focus on the body as the receiver of stress, not really knowing or observing how the body produces stress, or for that matter, produces relaxation. If we can learn what the body does when it moves into stress, we can move it back along the continuum towards relaxation by reversing what the body was doing to get into stress. So if we can lock in onto one of the symptoms of stress, we can get a lot of movement along the continuum. What's very interesting is sometimes if we can reverse one symptom or a second symptom, all of our symptoms of stress greatly change. Today we're going to look at the eyes, how the eyes respond when we are moving into stress. This is Annie Oakley from the 19th century. She was famous, she traveled the world, she was a close-up and medium-range marksman who had the incredible ability to hit all sorts of targets, both static and moving, as well as when she would be moving. We use her today as an example of what our eyes do when we're under stress. When we're stressed, we tend to bring our vision forward and centralize. We tend to look straight down the center of our vision, maybe a little bit below or a little bit above, but that's where we look and we tend to hold it there. At the same time, our brain kicks in and starts to exclude anything else other than what's in the center of our vision. We may be seeing it, the eyes may be working fine, but the brain can exclude all that additional detail and focus downward to a single point. And all that combines, the changes in the eyes, how we hold the eye muscles, how we centralize our vision, how the brain excludes detail that's not within the center of our vision, all of that gets combined into a pattern that we practice again and again and again when we're under stress. So if we want to tone down our stress, reduce it by degrees or reduce it by a lot, we need to go in reverse. Go in reverse of what we know about our eyes. If we go in one direction when we're stressed, then we need to work on going the other direction. And when we do, our stress will move in the direction of relaxation. To move away from centralized vision, one possibility is to look gently downward. All that would be required is to keep the eyes soft, looking downward. No big deal, doesn't have to be anything special that anyone would notice. Just bring your eyes downward. The second approach to move away from centralized vision is to become gently aware of your vision, your peripheral vision. In other words, being able to see over to your sides becoming aware of not trying to look in the center of your vision, but being aware of everything but that. This takes a little bit of practice. Especially bringing our attention, our mind back to what we're trying to do. By making those reversals in how we hold our eyes and how our eyes and brains work, our brain will take a note of that. It will notice these changes and start to reverse stress towards relaxation. It will take practice, which takes time, but this is something that can be done on the go with no special sessions. So give it a try. This is a new tool, I'm sure, for you, but it will produce results. Yes, there is more. You're going to find it at my blog, wildstress.com. And if you subscribe, whenever a new video comes out, such as this one, or audio recordings, or some new tools, such as my Relax pages, or if I've added something to the Amazon store, that's when you'll be notified. So please subscribe at wildstress.com.